Oh, you do caffeine.
I do caffeine. To freebase that shit.
Mainline it directly into my...
Eyes.
Okay, that works too. Like, my brain was just stuck on urethra, and I was just like,
Welcome back to the Bad Gamecast. This is Jake.
I'm not ready.
Oh.
I'm totally ready. I thought I'd go with that this time.
Oh no, I'm Elsa.
Are you doing all right over there?
I thought this episode wasn't going to be enough of a train wreck, so off to a great start.
Am I just gonna keep going or what?
Yeah, we're in.
Please.
This time we played Minecraft Dungeons, I think. Oh my god, what are we even doing here?
No longer playing Minecraft Dungeons?
Right. Minecraft Dungeons, released May 2020. It came out on everything, developed by Mojang and Double 11. That's what, published by Microsoft.
That would track, considering how much they paid for Minecraft.
Yeah.
That was only like $13 billion.
Sweet Jesus.
I mean, that was probably, just laying on a couch somewhere.
For Microsoft, kind of, yes.
Yeah.
They figured, we got this IP, we might as well make a new game out of it.
That is 100% it, yes.
Yeah, so Minecraft Dungeon is the Minecraft skinned ARPG. CRPG?
ARPG.
ARCRPG?
MOUSE.
We gotta pay for that.
I'm just gonna keep talking and pretend
do.
that these assholes are just... No, it's fine. Keep going.
Keep going on what? I was just making Mickey Mouse sounds, and Jake was talking how we were going to get demonetized by Disney.
I mean, it's not demonetized when they send the lawyers after you. I mean, I guess it kind of is.
Yeah, they're going to take all of our money. We will be demonetized.
What fucking money?
You guys are getting paid?
Yeah, it's all fun and games till they pull up and see the rusty piece of shit I'm driving. Oh. This thing runs on charcoal. Anyway, we're Minecraft Dungeons. Where do we start with this?
The story, duh.
Oh.
Well, unless Elsa wants to talk about how it's an ARPG without really ARPG mechanics.
Yeah, I was thinking about going over the, what kind of game is this? But it's an overhead third person slash 'em up in the Minecraft universe, and that's it. We can talk about the minutia of the gameplay and the gear system later, but there's not much to it, so let's keep padding this shit out.
Padding. I got padding. Other games are released in 2020 because I forgot to do it earlier. Half-Life Alyx, Hades, and Spelunky 2.
Spelunky 2 is out?
Yes.
Today I learned.
I mean, it's been out.
I don't even know what that is.
The sequel to the super popular game Spelunky.
What's a Spelunky?
I mean, we can talk about that some other time, I think. Jason, could you tell me about the Illager?
Yeah, well, the Illagers are the bad villagers, and the Arch-Illager is the baddest Illager.
He's so fucking ill.
He's like pint-sized, and he cackles. And he summons enemies that you beat up. Anyway, you play as whoever you want. There's plenty of skins, because Minecraft. I played as Steve.
Well, I mean, with me, you played as the other half of, the lumberjack duo.
Yes.
What?
I don't
Yeah,
know,
the-
we were just two dudes with facial hair, and we both look like lumberjacks. The
I
end.
totally didn't go through, any of the skins. I just went with Steve.
Yeah, there's some skins. There's some, purchasable / unlockable skins. Probably purchasable, because, got to get those microtransactions in.
Yeah, they were DLC.
and then-
They cost money.
Yeah, great. You learned that the Arch-Illager is basically capturing villagers and forcing them into boxes, and he wants to take over the world. You escape the forest, go to the forge, break all his machines. You go to the swamp, stop him from getting more potions, and then you go to the temple, and I forget why, because he's raising undead. You defeat all the undead. Then you go to his castle. Then you beat him up. Then his staff, which channels the power of the end, breaks. He turns into a big end monster. You defeat the end monster, and the game ends.
Print episode.
All the while between stages, you return back to your home base, and you have villagers that you rescue throughout the stages that give give you access to like a shop or the blacksmith where you can upgrade your stuff, etc.
Yeah, that's the game. It's shallow is an overstatement. I don't know how best to put this. There is basically no game here.
Ho there, little Hades! Lord Poseidon here telling you Elsa screwed up the take.
Note to self, edit this episode.
No, I think Jason said he was going to just for the intro.
Hey, anything I don't have to edit, I'm in on.
Hey.
Because I'm lazy.
I get that. Look, I've been trying to hire an editor for years now.
And then every time I have to tell you, and how are we going to pay them?
I was hoping in the entertainment they get from listening to us while editing, but apparently people don't want that.
With the exposure, bro.
Right? The delicious, delicious exposure.
Yeah. Get it, feed it to your kids. Exposure.
Watch them grow into Hulks?
Something like that.
Watch them freeze in the Arctic cold. Exposure! We got jokes here on the Bad Game Cast.
I don't want kidsicles, but I don't want Hulks either. Like, I can't control that. They'll beat me up.
Beat you up already. I mean, they're bad at it, but they try.
Yeah, I know, somebody should teach them to fight. But if I don't, I can still beat them up.
Yeah, so there's, I don't know, maybe, what do we think, 10 weapons?
Yeah, let's go with that.
You got your swords, you got your axes, you got your daggers, you got your hammers. There's a hammer, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
You got your glaives.
You got your glaives, you know, the Minecraft staple, the glaive.
Yeah.
You know, and that really bothers me because when I think glaive, I think the movie, you know?
I do not know.
What the fuck is Glaive the movie?
No, not the. It's Krull, right? Where it's the like star, and then the blades come out, and he throws it. Anyway, I'm sorry. You know, be over here going down my own weird rabbit hole.
He keeps making references to things that I don't think are real.
That is the story of my fucking life.
You know, there's the soul dagger, the scimitar. There's actually probably more than 10. Good for them.
Yes, it was Krull.
You have one melee weapon at any given time, and you have one ranged weapon at any given time. There's a number of different longbows, and there are a number of different crossbows. Hunter's bow, longbow.
No, in addition, you also
Scatterbow.
have equipment like the
You have an piece of armor, and then 3 artifacts, are what they're called.
artifacts. Yeah.
Those range from, there's like the fireworks, which makes your next bow attack explode. There's a couple different quivers, which when you activate, your next couple arrows do a type of damage. There's things that heal you.
There's pets.
There's things that summon ally pets. There's a whole like soul mechanic that some of them absorb souls and then let you deal damage, either like an explosion around you or in a laser beam.
Yep.
Special
to
beam cannon, baby.
run down that real quick. Every time you kill an enemy, you get at least 1 soul. If you have a soul item, there are armors and weapons that boost the amount of souls. So like I had a soul set up, so by the end of the game, I was killing one enemy and getting like 7 souls from it, which is kind of weird. How many people you got in there, buddy?
Don't question it. It's fine. You don't know they're
And then
alive.
you use those souls to charge your special beam cannon, or in my case, wade into enemies and explode. And that was just my entire second half of my game. Is once I had that set up, that's basically all I did. And from what I hear in your first playthrough, Jason, because Jason played it twice, once with Jake, once with me, that was what you did as well.
Indeed, exploding is the best.
I was gonna ask, like, was she watching you? Is that where she picked it up? Because
Weirdly,
Run Forward
no.
and Soul Splode was Jason was all about.
It just seemed like the thing to do. It seems like kind of the empirically best way to play the game.
Through normal mode, it is crazy strong. And maybe it doesn't hold up in like apocalypse mode, but I don't really care because some people, probably some of the defenders of this game, oh, you didn't go through adventure and apocalypse mode and like end game grind, which is the real game. Nope.
I have a question.
Nope.
If I was going to do that, to what end? Do I get access to more content? Oh, no, it's all the same things I have to do over again. Oh, so I get new and better shit. No, it's just the numbers go up on the stuff that you have. Okay.
Yeah, it's not like they get more modifiers as they level up. They just get slightly better numbers.
And it's the kind of thing, if like the core gameplay loop was interesting, maybe there would be incentive to continue the challenge and, you know, see how far you can get, how strong you can get, all that kind of stuff. But the core gameplay is not terribly far removed from normal Minecraft combat, with maybe a few interesting flares thrown in with your, you know, your special abilities. You just move around and attack dudes and occasionally shoot them with an arrow.
I disagree. Yes, and that the combat is super simple. But when I think Minecraft, like if I'm hitting stuff or exploding things, I want to see damage on the map, which this game doesn't have. And God, that feels so lacking. Like if I do the firework and I shoot off an arrow and it, you know, shoots forward and explodes and it hits the ground, or there's a creeper, the creeper explodes. There's no destructible environment at all, and it's fucking Minecraft. Why is it that I can't like forge my own path through this place where it says I can't walk through? What are we doing here?
You mean I'm playing a Minecraft game where I cannot place blocks? What are you even doing?
Yeah, even if you're playing Minecraft and Super Smash Brothers, you can place blocks.
Yeah.
I don't know. I actually haven't played that yet, but I know the character exists.
I was gonna say something about Steve's meat, but I think they patched it out by now.
Oh yeah, that was like a day one patch.
Weird.
So it feels entirely like this was a game someone made and then just pasted Minecraft on.
Yeah, how did you put it as we were playing? Like, it feels like baby's first ARPG with a Minecraft skin, because it is
Very
super
much so.
simple.
Yeah, and, you know, I get that because Minecraft as a game skews young. Like, it does have an older audience who do play it, but as a general, Minecraft skews young.
Because of just the nature of Minecraft being easy to pick up and just sort of lose yourself in the sandbox. Makes sense.
Yeah, it's one of those things that a lot of people buy for their kids as like this is a video game that you know you don't have to like really worry about.
Yeah.
Kids get lost in it. Oh, I can just build and do my own thing, and then kids play a bunch of Minecraft. Fine. So it kind of feels like this is we're aiming for that doesn't play a lot of games demographic. We're going to keep it very, you know, no blood, not serious, kid friendly, simple ARPG. But man, when they say simple, do they mean simple?
Yeah, they do have some like neat enchantments. Jesus, because like by the last time I played it, it's been a minute now. I'm trying to think of some of them, like the whole like the soul thing I thought was neat. Once you start getting the like named weapons, like I had a glaive that just did poison. It just poisoned everything all the time, and it was a ton of fun to use because I just, you know, it's weird when you think about having a build because you don't have like say in the stuff that you get because it's all like random. If you go to buy something from the shop, it gives you 3 items, and you can re-roll them for X amount of stupid in-game currency, gems, right?
Yeah.
Emeralds.
But like you're stuck with the random rolls of all of the vendors on what you get. Like even the blacksmith just upgrades stuff. It doesn't like do anything with enchantments. So good lord, I'm blanking on like, because I thought some of the enchantments were neat, and I can't freaking think of any of them.
That pretty much sums up this game. One of the things you just mentioned about the blacksmith, this game is only like, I want to say 10 stages long, 9 stages long, something like that. And when you give something to the blacksmith, he will give it back to you after you've completed, I want to say 3 stages. And so like you get your stuff back after a third of the game is over. I guess it makes more sense if you play the quote-unquote end game and start playing the game over at higher difficulties, because that's all the end game is playing the same levels over at higher difficulties.
Yeah.
It seemed like the blacksmith was largely pointless in
yeah.
at least my experience.
If you're just beating like the game, the blacksmith, yeah, he's never gonna get you your stuff back at a really, oh look, this is so much better. I'm sure it works towards the end of the game when you're, you know, playing on much higher difficulties and playing the same level over and over and over again to try to get an item that you want, because certain items can only drop in certain levels. If you're trying to get the right item with enchantments, like Jake said, there's no control over it at all. It's just, and the blacksmith doesn't upgrade your enchantments, just the stat numbers.
Oh.
So you're just trying to get the best thing.
When you and Elsa were playing, and Elsa, maybe you can answer this, the random rolls for the stuff that is in the stage, like the secrets and and stuff. Did you guys run into it there? Because I know, Jason, you and I had it, where we were trying to get a certain thing to pop up, and we had, one stage where we went into it, like, it would go in immediately, because there's, X amount of secrets, quote unquote, that a stage can have.
Yes.
But it's random if they'll show up, and the ones that do, it's random what ones they are. So there was one we were trying to get, I don't know, some secret for whatever to hit a thing on a fucking box, and we would go into it and then immediately leave, like, for 10 minutes solid before we got enough numbers that it might pop up, and then we'd run through the stage and it wasn't there, so we just quit out and do that again.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
There are side levels. So there, in addition to the 10-ish main levels, there's 6 side levels, but you have to unlock them, finding a secret in a specific level. Those secrets, as Jake said, are not always there. So when you go in, you can check your map and it'll say 1 secret, and it's probably not there, or 0, and you definitely know it's not there because the game is pseudo randomly generated. It has set pieces that it always uses for each level. So anything that's a big set piece, you go here and you get ambushed by the Arch-Illager. That section will always be there. But the connecting sections get slightly randomized and can roll secrets or chests. But you never know if it'll actually be there. So sometimes you're just looking for a secret to unlock a new area and it just doesn't happen. You can spend an hour trying to get this new area to unlock and it just doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's that good shit.
Gives me kind of flashbacks to when we played Crystal Chronicles growing up, and there were certain craftable materials for your weapons and your armor that would drop only sometimes in a certain level from a specific enemy that took 30 minutes to get to, and it wasn't always there.
Yeah. Exactly
and
like that.
That is not a good feeling.
Which, personally reminds me of whatever that garbage other thing we played was.
Last Remnant?
That's what it's called. Mm-hmm. I didn't even have to say its name.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, anything that's to unlock a secret area like that, hiding that behind RNG just feels bad.
Yeah, it's repeatedly trying for something and getting punished because you're trying. What are we doing here?
And it's crazy because if we had gone through the level, if we didn't know to re-roll, if we had gone through the level every time we had only rolled 1 secret, we would have played that same level 30 times and still wouldn't have unlocked it.
Yep. And it isn't like the levels are short. Sure, the experience as a whole isn't very long, but the stages themselves take you 10, 15 minutes to go through?
Something like that.
Yeah.
A long time if you're just rolling through looking for this secret that may or may not show up.
Yeah, it was not a pleasant experience with that.
In sort of that way, I can see kids being more patient with this sort of mechanic than adults. I don't know, maybe we're looking at this through the wrong lens, because we're looking at this through serious gamer person adult lenses, while, this very much reads as a game for children.
That's true, yeah.
And if me and Jason, our experience with Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles is any indication, kids have more patience for that sort of bullshit.
Oh, they 100% do. Partly because kids just have more time, that they're not if something is just shitty and long, I'm just gonna not do it. I'll play something else. I don't have time to sit here and play the same thing. Also, they tend to have less options because, as an adult, I can buy all my own games.
It is nice, yeah.
Right. That was what I was thinking, is little Jimmy and Christy only have Minecraft and Minecraft Dungeons because that's what their parents gave them access to. So fuck it, they're gonna grind this level for...
Well, the youth pastor said Harry Potter's the devil, but Minecraft's fine.
Oh, okay. Well then. I don't know. There's sorcery and witchcraft in this one too, so...
Well, okay, so full price this game is $20.
Yep.
And for
really?
Yeah. As much game as there is here, I have a hard time saying that it's not $20 of game, because I feel like it is. Jason, I was telling you when we were playing through it, I don't hate the game. I hate how little there is of it, but at $20, yeah, okay, and sure, it does play like a baby's first ARPG. That isn't necessarily a bad thing. Even my gripes with it, I want it to be more Minecrafty. I want the systems to be a little deeper. Give me some option in what it is that I'm doing, not just RNG rolls. I hate that secret system to unlock the shit. You basically just have to get lucky. That sucks. But I also didn't go through and unlock all of them because, if I get it here, great. If not, that's life. But I still enjoyed my time with it. My biggest issue issue with the monetization is because there's 2 extra levels that are DLC, which are $6 a piece for a single fucking level. Are you kidding? Like, what?
I didn't even realize that. I looked over those options like, yep, not doing those. I thought those were like additional campaigns.
No, they're extra levels.
Oh, gross.
Each one has at least one unique weapon as well, but it's still not like a lot.
The Minecraft staple, the handgun.
Hell yeah. Yeah, and like, I don't know, the purchasable skins, never a fan. It's kinda as you say. I didn't hate my time with the game. I played through it twice. So by the end, I don't know, did I spend 8 hours on the game?
You spent double the time that either of us did, so you're the resident expert.
But it's so not like part of the reason I didn't have any problems with it is because I knew as soon as I was done with it, I was done with it. Like, I have no illusions about ever coming back to that game.
Oh yeah.
If of the ARPGs we've played, I would probably go back to Wolcen before I went back to Dungeons.
Yeah, me too. And I hated Wolcen more than you two did, I think, so.
Yeah, so that's it is probably a game for kids, but I think it definitely could have done more, because even as a game for kids, like, I don't know, if your kid has free time, there isn't a lot of game here.
No.
You know, Minecraft, part of the reason why I like it so much, and some people do, is it has a ton of replayability, right? You dial up a new world and you're in somewhere random. You have to start from scratch, and sure, after a point you get kind of like, if you start, you know, building auto farms and stuff, it becomes samey once you have infinite resources. But I don't know, there's all that stuff, and then there's like challenge seeds and different stuff that people make,
Mod packs and like, you know, Sky Factory or Stone Block or things like that.
But also, it's so open. The game is what you make of it. You
Yeah.
don't have to set up like auto farms if you don't want to. You just want to like pick a direction and keep going. Just like try and keep yourself alive. You can absolutely do that. There is nothing telling you can't. You don't ever have to see the quote unquote end of the game if you don't want to.
yeah,
That is true. Most of the appeal of Minecraft for me is just spelunking, is just, you know, wandering around in caves.
And I think that's just fine, right? Like, that's, everyone plays Minecraft different, and this game doesn't really have any of that.
No, there's no freedom in this game or anything like that. Like, the fact that there are DLC skins and you can't have your custom skin, like, it would be kind of cool if you could take your custom skin that you have in Minecraft and port it into this game and then like fight as your character from Minecraft. That would have actually been kind of neat.
Which it seems weird that it's not, because as soon as you open the Minecraft launcher, they're both right there. What do you want to do? And it isn't like they're not both Mojang products. Well, as much as Mojang product is after the Microsoft acquisition.
Yeah, so I didn't hate my time with it, but I definitely feel like it was more of a missed opportunity than like an actual boon of a game, right? Certainly wasn't bad, but it fails enough at enough things that it really didn't ever like click with me as like, yeah, I want to play more of this. It was like, well, we're playing this for the podcast. I'm glad I'm not miserable while playing it, as I have been this year at times.
I was gonna say, it was a nice little change of pace. To piggyback of what you guys said, I didn't hate my time with this game. I'm not going to label it as a bad game in my personal notes of games I've played. It is clearly a game, you know, focused towards a younger audience, and it was alright. The fact that it's on the Game Pass means that if you have the Game Pass, you can just load this up for quote-unquote free, however much the subscription costs.
The Game Pass is normally $10 a month. Your first month is cheaper. Not shilling for Game Pass, but I have quite liked my month with it. I'm probably going to keep it for a little while longer.
It is a sick-ass deal.
It is surprisingly not bad, but I definitely know there's a point I will get to that I will have played all the things I want to play. I don't know if that's going to be in, 2 months, 3 months, but I probably won't keep it all the time.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing.
Yeah, I will say, though, with this game, if it wasn't for playing it with someone, like, I would not enjoy this by myself. Although I said the same thing about Wolcen, is probably just like ARPGs. It's fine with people. It's not my kind of game. I would not have put the time in solo, because, like, it'd be really kind of fucking boring by yourself.
I think just in general, ARPGs and sort of as a offshoot beat 'em ups in general, which we will get to later in a future episode, episode or past
Previous
episode? I don't
episode.
Previous episode? Okay, yeah.
Time. How does it work?
We will or
I
will
don't
not
know.
have gotten to it. Who knows?
Look, Jason, I'm not Future Man. That is your bag.
Future Man.
Oh, I thought you were the three-eyed rock god.
Also, we'll have gotten to that.
Yeah.
ARPGs and beat 'em ups aren't really something that clicks in my brain as something I'd ever want to do by myself. Like, I'm looking back at all the beloved ARPG style games and beat 'em ups I've played as a kid. None of them I played by myself. So, if you are going to play Minecraft Dungeons, find someone to play with. And that actually brings me to my next point I wanted to make about this game that I just remembered just now, is the servers and the connection issues in this game fucking suck. Did either of you guys, when you were playing together, have any issues connecting to one another or having your game drop randomly? Because with me and Jason, that happened a lot.
The first time we were trying to get friended up through the Xbox app on PC, that was a clusterfuck.
I still don't actually know how it works. Like, it just kind of did, I guess.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah, trying to match up was weird and frustrating, and like eventually it accidentally started working, but after that we didn't have any issue.
We ran into the same issue, me and Elsa, when we were first, again, trying to add each other as friends. And it's like this weird system that's like, you can add friends in Dungeons, but that doesn't add them to your Xbox friend list, which is what Minecraft Dungeons checks for your friends. And you're like, wait, what? What is happening?
Not entirely sure how we ended up in a game together. Just like you said, Jake, it was just it worked eventually when, you know, I put Jason's name in enough fields and I was like, oh, that one.
Yeah, see, and then I had like we were doing that, and then like I imported my Steam friends list, and then Discord. Like, what information do you need from
Oh my
me?
God.
God.
Which, by the way, that didn't help.
No.
I like that there's a import your Steam friends list option, and it doesn't do anything that we found.
Yeah,
Like,
and like I'm on a Windows machine anyway, so it isn't like Microsoft doesn't have that info. What the fuck are we doing here?
We're mining you for data.
as much as I like Game Pass, their PC whatever software needs work. It's not great.
Since you were the host of the game and I kept on getting kicked, I was able to just like jump in whenever. When I got kicked.
You
So
just would get kicked mid-level and would be able to join back into the active levels. So that was nice.
That is
that
nice,
was
but
something.
But it's like, that's a positive that covers up the negative of you constantly getting disconnected.
I would have raged hard if I would have, you know, lost that time. Like, even if it's a 10-minute, 15-minute setback, I raged hard when I had 10, 15-minute setbacks back in the Sonic Unleashed episodes. So, like, I'm glad it didn't happen here.
Well, it's because, again, that is the, you know, time you're spending. And if it's literally goes to nothing, God, it feels so much worse. Hence the RNG mechanic to unlock something bad.
at least it wasn't tied directly to the story progress.
Yay.
Do we have anything else to say about this game?
I sure don't.
It's like almost the definition of what I would call a medium game. It is so gonna just fall out of my brain after this. Not good, not bad. It happened and it's gone.
The Rascal of
Oh my god, we
this
played
year.
that.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Metacritic, and there are just so many people that are angry about this game. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's part of the reason for dialing it up is like, I don't know. I've seen some people saying it's not bad and some people heartily defending it, which is funny to me, but then a ton of people really angry at the game, and I'm like, it's not something to get worked up over.
There's not enough there to be mad at.
Like, you want to be mad at like EA for printing the same game every year.
Multiple times? No, it's fine.
Like,
People are happy to give them $60 for it. Well, that's just it. Like, this game's $20, right?
$60 with microtransactions, don't worry.
Like, I've spent more than $20 going to buy a movie and buying shit at the movie theater for a movie I fucking hated. So $20 and I'd spent a few hours that I didn't hate. Yeah, fucking okay.
Yeah, it's cheap enough and okay enough that I can't imagine getting riled up.
Yep.
It's got flaws. I wish it was better, but boy oh boy, does this not like irk me.
There's your tagline. Minecraft Dungeons. It doesn't irk me.
Now, is that because you're a grown-ass adult who has, like, real adult shit to worry about and this isn't that important? Or is it that we play so much crap that this one isn't that bad and who cares?
I definitely think both of those kind of play in. It's an interesting position we're in that obviously we get to see the scum-sucking bottom that, like...
Looking at you, Bubsy.
Getting above that is just like, it's real nice. And
Sweet, comfortable mediocrity.
yeah, there is an amount of, I don't get mad at a lot of things in like, I see people frothing at the mouth online for gaming things. This episode will come out before Cyberpunk 2077 because it got delayed again. And people freaked out and sent death threats to people at CD Projekt Red.
Spoiler alert, don't do that.
Fuck. Oh no, they delayed the game again. Like, I'm not planning to die in the next month. I mean, if I do, it's not my problem anymore. So
That's true, yeah.
If I don't, then I'll get to play the game then. Like,
Win-win.
it's not like they said, "Hey, remember this game that you pre-ordered? We lied. We're never making it. We took all your money."
Yeah, right? Well, this is why you don't pre-order games, kids. Spend your money when the game comes out. Also, games are done when they're done. Chill.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
There's my other tagline. Minecraft Dungeons. It's not a big deal.
And I just still wonder why games don't reach out to us to help market their games. We've got a platform. We talk about video games.
Yeah.
Send us copies.
It doesn't suck. The Bad Game Cast.
Everyone wants that on the back of their box.
Can we just get, in quotes, solid meh, the Bad Game Cast? That's like a 5 out of 5 for us. I don't know what you want.
This one filled me with malaise.
Why does this review just say uncomfortable mouth noises? The Bad Game Cast.
God, I hate that so much.
We asked for a quote and it was just screaming at us the whole time.
It was just a microphone down that, like, pit to hell in Russia. It just sounds like Souls of the Damned.
Oh man, I gotta go there.
Also, I don't think it's actually in Russia.
Oh, is it not?
Is it Turkmenistan? The Russians set it on fire, but I don't think it's actually in Russia.
Oh, I don't know. Are we ready to move on? God, what do we do now?
Now we answer letters from listeners like you.
Anyone in Turkmenistan, please let us know if that's where the pit to hell is.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it, but got it.
Yep, you were right.
I know things about stuff sometimes. Also, this letter. It's, hi, I love this podcast and wanted to send some mail. Well, you sent it to the right place.
Thank you.
What's something in one genre of game that should be brought to other games? Man, I really should have read these before.
You motherfucker.
I literally didn't read this at all. Actually, it was interesting. I saw a YouTube video about this recently, about how roguelike mechanics are finding their way into a lot of games nowadays because of the looping nature of roguelikes and the immediacy of gameplay, that a lot of games are looking for that kind of, jumping right in. There's a lot less build up. They explained in the video, battle royales basically take, that idea that, you just jump in and it's a loop that you just keep repeating, like roguelike games, which it's kind of a different take on that, but it's still that same jump right in immediately. You're like full in the game. There's nothing to like slowly grind your way through the tutorial. It just
That is, yeah. Like somebody who spent a lot of time recently with Hades, that idea of just one more round is very, very strong in that game.
yeah, it's a intentional design thing that a lot of games look for, that one more round, one more run, one more game, just something to, keep you going. It's an interesting thing that, a lot of places are, looking at how to implement on a positive side. On the negative side, obviously, more games are trying to figure out how to put as many microtransactions in their game as they can.
Much like slot machines, like people want that endorphin hit for the people that are playing, so they'll keep playing.
Yeah.
But for the question, I want to say RPG mechanics because I love an XP system and I want those numbers to go up. But that doesn't work for everything. So I don't know. I would like more games, which hasn't been a thing like for the last 5-10 years. But hey, remember when you used to jump in water and just die immediately no matter the game? God, that sucked.
Yeah, I'm glad that's gone.
Yeah, good riddance.
I spit on your game mechanic.
If I have to pick a broad game mechanic, then yeah, it's some like level and XP system. And like I want to say RPG shit, like give me something I can make my character better. But that falls apart in multiplayer games. Like let's take Battle Royale. You've got some level 300 dude with points and everything, and he's basically an unkillable fucking god. And you little like level 5 scrub who made it there after the fucking tutorial just get shit on by all these people that have put 200 hours in, which is gonna happen anyway. But at least now you're on a level playing field, you know, like,
Yeah, you want skill to separate players, not just mechanics of time invested.
or microtransactions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a completely inconsequential game mechanic that should be in every single game. Can you pet the dog or the cat or the bird?
Or the slime.
I just want or the slime. I want all the animal friends in my game. And games have been doing better because of like the meme that has gotten into the cultural zeitgeist of just can you pet the dog? And I fully 100% endorse petting the dog. This hard-hitting commentary brought to you by the Bad Gamecast.
Yeah, I'm in on it. All right.
Can you pet the bad game cast? No.
Oh, no, that is actually impossible.
No touching of the bad game class. Game, whatever we are.
Yeah, that too. All right, so this is an interesting one that we've actually talked about kind of before. What bad game have you played that had the most potential?
I believe, and this was the last time that we answered this question, whatever the game that we currently played, because like you could do a lot with Minecraft Dungeons and they just didn't.
I get that, which we mentioned earlier in this episode. I like some of the ideas they had with Wolcen, and then they just like never implemented them. What other games have we played somewhat recently?
I don't know, man. This year's gone on forever.
I get that.
It's just an endless stream of garbage.
Of the games that I have played for the podcast, probably the game that had the most potential and failed to live up to said potential was probably Left Alive.
Anthem.
Yep. Anthem. It's Anthem.
Yep.
Boy, oh boy, that space robot simulator, it was so cool. I was shooting lightning, and then it never went anywhere. It annoys me to this day when I remember it.
Did you hear that, they're remaking the Mass Effect games instead of, paying attention to Anthem anymore? They're like, hey, how about that game that made us money in the past? Let's do more of that.
No, they're still committed to fixing Anthem, and like they've been rolling stuff out for it.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I'll
Know what
believe
to
it when
mean,
I
know what
see
to
it.
mean. Say no more, eh?
Oh, I haven't been up to date with it, but somebody over in PR is like, no, guys, we're still totally doing a thing. Also, like, look, I would be okay with more Andromeda. I liked Andromeda. Like,
Fuck off.
Yeah, we've
Whatever.
talked about how much I actually didn't dislike Andromeda, and it's funny to
You
me,
can fuck off too.
every time I'm on the internet and
pair
everyone's
of
like,
you.
Andromeda was an affront to God, and I'm like, we played very different games. Also, calm the fuck down.
yeah, I love the original
I will do no
trilogy.
such thing.
And if you want to remake the original, like, I'll play it again. Okay, but like, where's the holy shit? What's the manted people? What's their name? Garrus. They're the Vicarians?
Bro, I don't know.
No, that's his last name. Turians.
Turians, yeah. Because like there's a human Turian war, and like before they released Andromeda, that was like some of the scuttlebutt was like, oh, they're gonna do that. Well, like, I want that. That'd be sick.
Yeah, First Contact War would be pretty dope.
Yeah, see, she knows lore.
I
over here
know lore.
talking out my ass.
And you know who fucking pissed all over that lore? Andromeda.
No. It's in the fucking future. They cut out most of the aliens because go fuck yourself. And there's no Citadel, so you don't have to worry about Citadel politic bullshit. And there's no fucking giant mind warpy space squid. So what the fuck else do you want?
I don't know what lore they shit on because I don't know the lore, so.
Well, like, how did they shit on the lore? Like, they removed everything to a whole other fucking galaxy.
The fact that they didn't have certain alien races that were just like supposed to come along with this entire colony expedition was kind of weird and terrible.
No, they had an in-game reason for why they weren't there. It just wasn't a very good
They
one.
had an in-game reason, so,
Well, yeah,
that's
because
fine.
the one that they were on, the arc got lost. Lols, whoops.
Okay.
I know, I missed the big giant sad space elephants too. Happy
Right?
sound. Those dudes were the best.
Seething rage. Andromeda was terrible.
They can't express emotion, so they have to say it so people like know what they're talking about.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, or the merchant jellyfish thingies.
Like, I'm just over here trying to be a space wizard.
Trying and succeeding, as I remember.
Space wizard!
I think for this question, I was trying to say Left Alive because it could have very well been a combination between Metal Gear Solid and Armored Core, and instead it was neither of those things and terrible.
It was, yeah. It was a bad game. They wanted to make some things. They didn't, and we played it.
God, I want more Armored Core.
You and me both, buddy.
Hey, did you ever check out that anime robot game? Because that's close. It's not 1-to-1, but it does scratch the itch.
It's funny of you to assume that I have time to do things these days.
Bruh, I don't know what you're up to.
I don't know your life.
I don't pour your cereal. I don't tie your shoes.
I don't jam caffeine in your urethra.
Oh, boy. All right, so continuing this question. Back on track. Woo, woo. I think Sonic is the best game franchise because all the characters are so cool. Obvious bait. Like,
I was laughing because I was about to scream obscenities.
look. If that's what you believe, you're wrong. If that's not what you believe and you're just trying to bait us, whatever, man.
Look, I've said before, people like Sonic, and I respect their decision to like things. I don't respect them as a person because they like Sonic.
That's some double think right there.
They're asking to hear our best German-Irish accent, which I don't know what that means.
I think I can barely do one or the other. I don't know what the combination would sound like. I imagine like some sort of weird pirate.
I was going to go leprechaun Nazi, but you know.
Oh, shit.
Woohoo, they're after me. Ethnic cleansing.
That's it. We're done with the episode.
I don't know how we pull it back from there.
Well, it's been fun, guys.
I love the German people. They're wonderful.
Nope, that was it. You did
Okay.
that.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Should I actually finish this or
Yes,
not?
please. Just keep going.
And then they ask, can you make a good Gamecast podcast? Which we do, kind of. For the Patreon, we have the Bad Gamecast, Good Gamecast, talking about things we like and stuff. We only have 2 episodes.
Are they out?
No. You know this. Well, hey, hang on. Time machine rules, maybe. We have 1 episode out and another episode that, like, I don't know, I start to edit and I'm always like, God, I kind of hate how this episode turned out. And then I stop editing it.
I mean, like, we could re-record something.
We could. Oh, well. So we try to do that for Patreon because we have a Patreon. Bing, bing. Thanks everyone who supports us on Patreon. Yeah, it
Love you.
It helps
Yep.
pay for all this nonsense that we do.
Yes, thank you to all our Patreon supporters. I don't know why you come back to us, but we love you for it.
I'm so sorry.
But anyone else who wants to contact us anyway, thebadgamecast@gmail.com. The Bad Gamecast on Twitter, Twitch. We stream Monday through Thursday. Facebook, Reddit, something else. YouTube, Discord. We're all there. Check us out. Join the... oh, God, we don't have a name for our people, which is sometimes good and sometimes bad. I don't know.
Yeah, any suggestions, let us know.
What do you want us to call you people? Oh, that came off wrong.
I mean, I don't think we need some gimmicky name for our community, but whatever. I mean, I'm not trying to shit on the idea. I'm sorry. Jesus, stop looking at me like that. God. I just don't want to sound desperate, Jason. Is that so much to ask?
I'm
Elsa,
fine with...
back me up here.
I'm fine with desperation.
We are swimming in the desperation right now. Hey, let me plug my book. I wrote a book. It's called The Stray Dogs, The Burke Misadventures. It's out on Amazon and only Amazon right now because I decided to do the whole Kindle Unlimited thing. So if you have a Kindle Unlimited account, you can go read it and give it a review. Desperation. Back to you, Jake.
You can find me on Twitter @JakePray.
Like, we covered this. If someone's willing to advertise on the podcast, I'm listening. All offers. Bring it on. What do you want me to advertise?
That's fine.
Save big money at Menards or something. Check, please.
We gotta pay them for that too.
I don't think we do.
Yeah, I don't know. I would think after Elsa's comment, we probably do now.
Wait, is it extortion if we ask people to pay us not to put them on our podcast?
Oh, I like that.
Yes.
Oh, all right. Everyone pretend you didn't hear that. I got some extorting to do.
Now I'm just a simple country chicken. But sounds like extortion. For the Bad Gamecast, I've been Jake.
I've been Jason.
And I am filled with regret.
Good night, everybody!
Oh,
Do you want to try it again?
no.
Like, we can just splice that in right there, and then leave out your special comment for the end.
I almost chimed in during your plugging your book.
Yeah.
Yeah, right after you, the Burke Adventures. It's got this and that and swears, and I was just really wanted to hit that beat. And no ethnic cleansing.
You don't know that. You can't read.
That's true.
Now with everybody's favorite character. Fucking
Nazi leprechaun.
Gunter O'Malley.